Members and friends, good afternoon. Well, I get the feeling that is the way I should greet you, members and friends. Sometimes we say family, but this afternoon is members and friends. Okay, I can live with that. Well, it's good to be here. Chairperson, permit me to adopt the protocol you would have set, but of course, let me first of all apologize for the absence of the leader of our great party, the Honorable Mark Brantley, and Premier of Nevis. He's absent today, obviously, because you have been following the news, so he's abroad. And of course, it falls to me to come and bring fraternal greetings on behalf of our great party. I also want to, first of all, as well, express how delighted I am to bring these greetings and to congratulate as well the new executive of your party, the People's Action Movement. And in so doing, congratulate specifically the leader of your party, the Honorable Sean Richards. Every time you hear the Honorable Sean Richards' name, you're to clap. He's your leader, and you must provide the inspiration to your leader. It's not an easy job. I also want to congratulate Jonelle Powell, who is now the chairman of your party. Congratulations, Jonelle. And all of the other executive members of your great party, the People's Action Movement. My understanding is that this party has been around since 1965, and you've had 4 different leaders to date, starting with Dr. William Herbert. Then you had Dr. Kennedy Simmons, or the Right Honorable Dr. Kennedy Simmons. Then you would have had the Honorable Lindsey Grant. And now, of course, the Honorable Sean Richards. Now, I mention those names because politics is not an easy profession. Some people say it's a game, but it's a profession. And why I say that is because you have to make tremendous sacrifices when it comes to politics and the field of politics. You have to sacrifice your time, energies, financial resources. Family is also being sacrificed. And as such, persons must be commended when they put themselves up for elected office, anywhere, whether here in the Federation or anywhere else, because it's the ultimate sacrifice that you make. And I want to say that over the last 53 years, of course, there would have been some who would have come, some would have passed. As a matter of fact, someone was recognized today as well by constituency number 3, who would have had some work in this great party as well. So I want to say that everyone who would have had their influence on the People's Action Movement, I want you to give them a round of applause. But you know, the theme that you have selected today, together we will succeed. But it is also working together. It's also working together. I'm reminded of a saying that goes something like this. Coming together is the beginning. Staying together is progress. Oh, sorry, mix it up. Let's backtrack. Coming together is the beginning. Working together is success. If I'm getting it wrong, you correct me. I'm going to start again. And listen, it came to mind just now, so I said I'll use it. But I'll get it right before the afternoon is done. How about that? Coming together is the beginning. Staying together is progress. That's right. Staying together is success. I got it right now. So I'm going to give it to you again. Coming together is the beginning. Working together is progress. Staying together is success. After all, man, we must have got it right. We must have gotten it right. And that is why I believe the theme is so important this afternoon. So let me congratulate you once again on the hosting of your 53rd convention. It is not a significant milestone, but it is important though. It means that you have continued to keep an organization together through thick and thin, good and bad, highs and lows. You have kept together, and that is what is important. I want to also say to you, listen, the People's Action Movement is a political organization. The CCM is a political organization, and also the People's Labour Party, PLP. And what you have in a political organizations are politicians. Are politicians. And when politicians come to the platform, they speak politics. Is that right? So if you came here to hear some glorious speeches, I'm sure Sean would have one later. But when you come to a convention, it is the rallying cry to bring your party, to uplift your party and tell them, get ready. There are things that are going to happen soon. I don't know how soon. But I'm sure you'll be called upon very soon as a party to get yourself ready for what is to come. I don't know what it is. But I know something is coming soon. And I'm always ready. I'm ready from day one. And I'm still ready, and I'm going to be ready when that time comes. So I say that to say this, that when I come to the platform, I get my chance to throw in a little politics as well. And I hope you'll be with me this afternoon. I've already brought the greetings, you know, on to other things now. But before I get to that, let me get to another quote as well. Those of us who have followed history would know of Jose Marti Perez. He's a Cuban nationalist leader, a philosopher, poet. Man, he was the man of all seasons. And what he said, the first duty of a man is to think for himself. The first duty of a man is to think for himself. And I say that to say this again. I think for myself, I know what I'm saying, and I always believe in everything that I say, and my actions speak for itself. And that being said as well, let me also say this. Sometimes in life, people hold on to some core values. They hold on to things that they believe in. And no matter what you tell them, sometimes they do not accept anything new that you present to them because they're so entrenched in those beliefs that they don't even want to change. I want to say to you this afternoon that I have a platform now, and I'm going to say something that I believe some of you may agree with me or may not agree with me, but that's all right. I just tell you I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, and when I have a platform, I'll say what I have to say. In recent times, you'll be hearing about diplomatic passport, right? Yeah. You've been hearing about diplomatic passport. Well, I have a chance to talk, so I'll talk now. Let me say to you, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it is important to the discourse that we are having now. Listen, I normally hear a lot of things. It goes through here sometime and come out here. That's when you hear something, but when you listen, it's registered, you digest it, assimilate it, and you process it, and that's when you listen. There are times when I hear, sometimes I listen. And I've been hearing a lot of things. I've been listening as well. But let me say to you, this diplomatic passport thing, I want to address it briefly. Because just as I stand here, I didn't have a diplomatic passport then, but I had a passport that belongs to the United States of America. I had two passports. One belonging to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, one belonging to the United States. Sean Richards found himself in that position. Lindsey Grant found himself in that position. Eugene, you too? No, Eugene didn't. But it almost seems so. It almost seems so. And let me go on. All of us found ourselves in that position. Well, I don't get a lot of coverage regarding it because I don't make too much noise. I know what is right and what is wrong. I know it was wrong to have it. I know it was right to give it up. And you know what? In 2008, when we sat down at an executive meeting in Nevis, when the Honorable Nurse Jean Harris said she was done with politics, they looked at me and said, boy, it's your turn, you know. I said, of course it's my turn, but I'll tell you what. I have a U.S. passport, and that will not be an issue for this great CCM party when the time comes. So you know what? at my own expense. I paid an airline ticket. Welcome, Prime Minister, welcome. I paid an airline ticket. I paid for my food. I paid for my room. I paid taxi out of my pocket because you know what? I knew it was the right thing to do. The law says you cannot have dual citizenship, meaning 2 passports in the federal parliament. I was fighting to get in. But before I get in, I had to give up. I had to give up. So we have this circumstance now with this gentleman who have, I hate to call people name, you know. You have this gentleman with 2 passports. And only now we find out he really got it, you know, because he was denying it. He was denying it. So I say all that to say this. Even if it was given to him as a gift, whether it was wrapped up in tissue paper, shushu paper, or even gift wrap paper, when he opened it and he see a diplomatic passport for Dominica, he should have said thanks but no thanks. But you see, the man believes in so much confusion. From way back in 93, 95 coming up to, and even outside of government is pure confusion. Thrive on confusion. So that issue, when they tell you, oh, they're trivializing it, they're being ignorant to it, those people out there who want to be ignorant, is up to them. I believe we're on the right track. There's no way a man should be sitting in the federal parliament with 2 passports in his hand. Man, if the federal government refused to give you a diplomatic passport, you had one for 20 years, so what if you don't have one now? So what if you don't have one? Listen, I tell you, when I come to talk, I take the opportunity to talk. And that is why I'm here to rally the base of the People's Action Movement, because you're here and you understand that we're heading towards an election eventually. And these issues will be out there. So when you hear all kind of people who have become, how should I call it? They become the experts on these things on radio. You hear them, but don't listen. I'm going to leave that because I see the chairperson is standing up. But give me a few more minutes, chairperson. Just a few. Somebody will concede their time later down. I came down here in 2014. We came to support Patches, Liburd in East Bastere. And when I came, I said, the former Prime Minister was like a broken down old car in the middle of the road blocking traffic. You all remember that? And I said you had 3 options. You're either going to sit and wait until somebody fixes that old car. You're either going to drive around it and be on your way, or you push it out the way. On the 16th of February 2015, we pushed that old car out the way. Yeah? We pushed that old car out the way. And the thing is, we're so sophisticated in St. Kitts Nevis. We don't go back to old cars, you know. We have sophisticated cars. When you engage reverse, you see a screen saying, you're backing up. And if an obstacle is there, it shows you the obstacle. You make a right turn, you see on the rear view or the side view mirror, you see some light flashing. Yeah, we're sophisticated now. We're not going back to that. So all the rhetoric and the talk out there, keep your focus. Your focus is on one goal, and that is to return your team unity government to power when the time comes. I'm going to wrap up now and say, listen, I told you at the People's Labour Party convention, it is the best union this federation have seen ever. That is right, ever. You have a union of the People's Action Movement, union of the People's Labour Party and the Concerned Citizens Movement. Each of those entities have the core, well, people as it's at the center. People first, working for the people. The Concerned Citizens Movement, people matter most, people matter more, whatever the case might be over in Nevis. It's all about people. The citizens are the people of the country, and we're working assiduously on behalf of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. So you're going to give us the chance when the time comes again. You're going to give Patches a chance again. You're going to give number 2 a chance again, who is Jonel. You're going to give number 3 a chance. You're going to give number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. number 10, number 11. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. Listen, I'm trying not to get carried away. I'm going to leave it there for now. But at least I hope I've come and I've brought a little bit of energy to you. But more to come, because there'll be many more times when I'll get a chance to come and speak to you. Not in a jacket and tie, maybe in a t-shirt, when I can go it on a little bit worse than now. But I want to wish the People's Action Movement much success. I want to wish the new leader, or not new, but the continuing leader, Mr. Sean, or Honorable Sean Richards, much success as the leader of this great party. I want to ask you, as members and supporters of this great party, to continue to rally with your great party. Continue to rally with the People's Action Movement. Come the next election, Pam, what is Pam going to do? Pam going to win. That's all I'll say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Jeffers. Thank you very kindly.